Okay, time for another rant. This one is more for those of you who want to be a leader in this life. Whether it be you want to lead a small community like what I'm doing here, maybe you want to take that promotion at work and you want to be somebody who the people in your workplace they want to follow. In any event, you want to be a leader of sorts, right? Now, there's a bunch of different books on leadership you could read: Extreme Ownership, Leadership Strategy and Tactics, The Dichotomy of Leadership, all by Jocko Willink, all great titles, yes. But there is a piece of leadership that is more or less my personal view on it. And it is that in any form of leadership, whether it be professional, social media, or whatever, to be a leader in this life, I have learned and I have executed upon the fact that you must be an example, because it is my opinion and my viewpoint and my experience that unless you have the capacity to lead yourself, you have zero capacity to truly lead others. There's a difference between leaders and managers, right? Managers, they're there to make sure you clock in. They're there to make sure that the projects get done on time, that corporate sets forth, and that's it, right? Leaders are built a little bit differently, okay? Leaders are the people who they better the lives of the people around them by being the trailblazer, right? You're going off down a path that 99% of people go down, and when one person starts to follow you down that path that you've laid out, you are now a leader. Because you have set a new example, you have set a new bar. For me personally, and I'm not saying anything that I'm about to say to brag or to boast or to act like I'm the shit, because in all honesty, compared to the vast majority of extremely successful people out there, I ain't shit, right? I am simply on the come up, I am doing the best I can with what I've got, etc. So for me, with this YouTube channel, with this community I'm building, and even with my management position at work, right? I find that it is better to be a shining example of what is possible, right? I have a whole oath to self that explains this, and the basic idea behind it is that through my perpetual evolution and dedication to living out my fullest potential, I challenge the people in my life, either you on the other side of this camera or the people I'm managing, to go further and push harder than they ever thought they could before I came along. That's the basic idea behind how I live my life. And the way that I do that is I go above and beyond. I work 50 hours a week at work. I work a second job selling houses on top of that with my dad. I run this YouTube channel. I train in the gym 6 days a week. I'm constantly learning through books, podcasts, different courses that I'm in. And I'm training for a marathon, running a 10K a day if I can help it. Sometimes the schedule gets in the way and all that fun stuff, but you get the idea. I'm putting out at a level that most people could not even fathom. And now that brings up the question of burnout, and I'll make a video on that as well, but it's one of those things where I am putting out at such a ridiculously high level performance-wise, in work and outside of work, that I am that trailblazer. I am that person where when people talk to me, or they hear me speak about the things that I do, or they simply see me run by my work on the road as they're pulling in to clock in for their shift on the day, they see their boss running in the middle of winter, seeking miles when most people are looking for a cup of cocoa. That does something to their brain. Holy crap, he's a high performer. I can do more. That's the first thing that crosses a mind of a person who's not only humble enough, but aware enough to recognize what's happening. I not only show up, but I show out. And if you want to be a leader in any capacity, you must do the same. Does that mean you have to do the same things I do? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is that you need to find your highest level of performance. And don't bullshit yourself. Find your highest level of performance that you can muster, and then live that day after day after day after day. Now you may be sitting there wondering, well, what if I burn out? I will get to that in the later video. Just stay tuned for it, okay? But understand the basic point of this video. To be a leader, you must be the example. You are not the bar, but you're actually slightly above it. You're constantly pushing for more because you've got a trail of people behind you that look up to you, which means you got to be every single day the gleaming example of what it is you want whoever you're leading to be. Okay? Okay. My name is Christopher Strobach. I hop on here and I rant about anecdotal things that cross my mind that I find have been extremely useful in my life. And if anything I said here had any value to you, I will simply ask that you make use of it. If you want to connect with me, talk to me, pick my brain a little more on this subject even, I got a Discord server below. You can join that. It's completely free. Other than that, get after it, kick some ass. I will see you next time.